Welcome to 99 Grid. My name is Andy, and it is our vision here to inspire you to chase your dreams and turn those dreams into tangible design careers through learning new design skills and being accountable in that pursuit. Welcome to another vlog around the customer perspective element of this whole endeavor when it comes to designing beautiful, unique experiences for our customers, our users, our businesses and services. So I wanted to break down another element when it comes to how to undertake research. And with this vlog, we're going to be covering elements. What is the difference between a qualitative and a quantitative method of research? There's quite a few elements associated with that, so let's go right ahead and tackle that. So when it comes to the qualitative and the quantitative methods of research, these are, well, research methods in general are methods for us as designers or researchers to go out there into the field, talk to some real human beings, and on that basis validate our design assumptions, validate our service assumptions, our value propositions, that what we're actually putting together as a business, as a service, as an app, actually makes sense to the people that we're designing this thing for. And in order for us to do that, we can validate it using different research methods. And I wanted to cover the differences between the qualitative and the quantitative methods of research today. When it comes to the qualitative methods of research, these are methods that focus on the quality of the actual responses when it comes to, I'll break down what kind of elements the differentiating factors are, but an example of a qualitative method would be an in-depth interview. So it's an interview with a human being, with a person that you recruit, you sit down with them for an hour and a half, and break down some of the questions and really get in depth into each one of those responses. So that's the qualitative methods of research, method of research called in-depth interview. A quantitative method of research would be an online questionnaire. So something we put together as a form online on Google Forms or on Typeform or any other app or any other provider of that specific element, and we put it out into the global market, into Facebook or Instagram or any other any other volumetric element when it comes to access to a large number of people, and we just put it out there and see what kind of results we might be getting out of those responses there. But there are some differences when it comes to these two methods. Obviously, each one of those methods has a list of questions that we're trying to answer. But when it comes to the quantitative methods of research, so the online forms that we put out there, the questions you're going to get answers to are the questions that you're going to get answers to questions about what is happening. And when it comes to qualitative methods of research, you're going to get answers to the questions about why is that happening. So you can send out the online form or get some data from your Google Analytics forms, etc. And on that basis, you will know what is happening with your service. So for example, if you are designing a process of sales on your e-commerce platform, when you put some qualitative measures to get some data out of the actual sales funnel, or how the person or the user goes through the steps where they drop their basket, for example, you will know what is happening. You'll know that step 3 of the way, they're dropping their basket. You don't know why though. You can anticipate, you can assume, you can use the data to derive the why, but you don't really, or you're not really sure about why that's happening. So therefore, you've got the qualitative methods of research to help you out right there. So you can actually sit down with a real human being and understand not only what is happening, but why that is happening. So that's the first differentiating factor with qualitative and the quantitative methods of research. The one, quantitative one, responds to questions about what is happening, and the qualitative method of research corresponds with questions about why is something happening. So that's the first difference that I would put in front of you. The second one would be the amount of time we get to spend with our respondent. When it comes to qualitative methods of research, it's an hour and a half maybe. When it comes to the quantitative methods of research, I'm sure that you filled out an online form in the past, and if it takes longer than 3 or 5 minutes, you really get frustrated and you just drop it. So that's the level of time that you can have with your respondent. You can't really talk to that person, you don't really have access to them, but they have access to your form. And if you design it the wrong way around and it's going to take them 20 minutes to fill, the conversion of that form is going to drop dramatically. So you need to make sure that you focus on 3 to 5 minutes of interaction with your forms. So that's the second element that I would put in front of you. So what kind of questions we're getting answers to, and the level of time, or the amount of time we get to spend with that respondent. So that's another thing. And the third but not least that I would put in front, there's more, but the third one would be the amount of people you can have an interaction with. So for your online questionnaires, These can be thousands of people. You can reach out to thousands through an online medium like Google Forms. But when it comes to in-depth interviews, so your qualitative methods of research, that's actually far smaller of a group. So that's like 5 to 7 people per session for one day. So on that basis, that's another huge difference between those two methods. So it's great to actually combine those two methods into your research and see which one of those should you be using to answer what kind of questions. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the qualitative and quantitative methods of research that I would like to cover today. There's more. If you're interested in finding out more, check us out on YouTube, check us out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and 99grid.com, where we respond to those questions in detail as well. And don't be a stranger. Reach out to us and tell if these vlogs bring you any value, or if there are any additional subjects that you would like us to cover. So I'll see you in the next one, and I'll see you around.